You know, when you're talking about a 6.7 Cummins turbo, you're talking about a piece of equipment that's got a lot going on inside of there, right? So it's cool when we can get one out here on the bench, take it all apart, and have it in pieces and really see how it works, what all it does, and why people like these things so much.
You know, what you're looking at right here is a variable geometry turbo. And in its simplest forms, basically it acts like having two turbos in one. So what there is a set of gears and an actuator inside the turbo that changes the geometry of the turbine housing at high and low speeds. So it's really cool. It makes you seem like you've got a small turbo when you need it, and that is to spool up. Once you spool up and you get up under power, the change happens inside the turbine housing, which actually frees up the air inside of it and allows you to really run out the back and makes it seem like you have a bigger wheel. So it's like having the best of both worlds.
Another cool thing that it has is it creates back pressure, so it almost acts like an exhaust brake, so that eliminates the need for one of those down the road. But it is an automotive part, so it's got a lifespan to it. So what are some of the things that can go wrong with this? You know, well, there's a number of them.
Well, first of all, you can get dirt or debris inside, but you can imagine the damage that would do, you know, how fast these wheels turn. The other thing, if you look at it right here, you can see the buildup of carbon on the wheels. That obviously builds up and causes damage. But even if you have nothing go through this turbo and you restrict carbon buildup, you have a situation where there's oil going through this turbo. When you shut the engine off, the supply of the oil flow going through it is cut off. You've got residual oil built up in a really scalding hot environment. So that oil is going to burn in like oil would burn on a pan, and that's going to build up over time and restrict the flow of oil going through it. When that happens, the oil isn't able to properly lubricate the turbo, and it starts eating itself up.
Now you're at the point where you need to replace it. So which way do you go? Because you've got a couple different options as far as that goes. SMP, Standard Motor Products, makes a remanufactured model that goes right in there. This thing is tested. It's all good. It's good as new. Because this thing is tested, like I said, and it's ready to go when it leaves the factory.
Even when you put it in a new turbo, one of the things you want to watch for is make sure those supply and return lines, make sure those are free and you're getting a good flow of oil to them, because it will burn up even a brand new turbo just on startup. Also, the air inlet going to it, make sure it's free so this thing can breathe.
You can get these SMP remanufactured turbos at Federated Auto Parts. You and your wallet will be really happy about that.